and this is my review for Transformers Dark of the Moon Deluxe Class Walmart exclusive G2 Colors Sideswipe. I'm not really sure how much of a relationship to G2 this guy has. According to Optibotimus, there was a Sideswipe figure in G2 that was colored very similarly to this, along with the green, red, and black Sideswipe from G2 that we all know and love. So again, I'm not really sure how much of a relationship this guy has to G2. I'm really just taking it off of word of mouth, but it does look a lot like a G2 homage, so I think it's safe to say this is definitely a G2 homage to something. I'm just not entirely sure what. But very, very cool vehicle mode. I really like it. It's the Corvette Concept Stingray model, just like any other Sideswipe figure. And it's really, really neat. I really like this guy's vehicle mode. I love all these paint apps. I love the color scheme. I know a lot of people aren't fans of this color scheme, but I just absolutely love it. I think it's gorgeous. I really like the shade of blue that they used on him. And I just absolutely love all the subtle homages that they put into this guy. He's just got tons of them. He's got Lithionian drivetrain written right here. And Lithion was the planet that Unicron devoured in the beginning of the 1986 Transformers movie. It also does, right here, have a logo that says Axelon Rat Traps, and an obvious reference to both the Beast Wars character and the ship that the Maximals were on. Right below it, it has a very rat trap-esque line. It says, "Safe, humane, yeah, right," in quotation marks, which I thought was pretty cool. It does have 04 written here. I'm not entirely sure what that's an homage to. Somebody said it was an homage to some Japanese figure, but I'm not really sure. It also does have a Sunbro written right here, and that's actually a double homage as far as I can tell, because it's obviously referencing the fact that Sunstreaker is Sideswipe's brother and vice versa, but it's also written in the font that the Sunbow Cartoon Company, which was the company that produced the original G1 cartoons, wrote their font in. So I think that's really, really neat that they managed to make two homages in one. I thought that was really cool. It also does have a Transtech logo right here from the aborted Transtech line that was supposed to take place. It was a filler line between the Armada line and Beast Machines, but obviously it didn't go through, so I thought that was neat that they did give an homage to a line that never existed. I thought that was cool. It also does say Macadams right here, which is a reference to the oil bar on Cybertron that was present in the original G1 comics. So overall, just a lot of subtle homages on this guy. So I guess you could, as a nickname, call this guy Subtle Homage Sideswipe. That'd be pretty cool. But not a whole lot to say about his vehicle mode in terms of features. It does roll extremely nicely, just really, really smoothly. A lot better than any other Sideswipe figure that we've gotten, so that is very, very nice. He does also have a third weapon mode. What you can do is you can take this and you can lift it up like so, and under this piece there's some little pistols that you can flip out. You can raise them up and then lower it back down, so it kind of has, I think that show was called Mask, where all the cars had the weapons sticking out of them. I'm not really sure though, but he does kind of have a Mask-esque weapon mode, which, I think it could have been done a little bit better. It is a cool idea, I think, but I think it could have been done a whole lot better. We'll take a quick look at the pistols right now. Very, very cool pistols. I really like this. I really like their simplicity. Obviously, they're designed after old cowboy pistols, which I think is neat. They're not really detailed, but they are really, really cool looking. They also do have a bit of transformation that you can pull this handle out like so. It pretty much is required when he's in robot mode for this piece to be flipped out for him to hold it. But it is pretty cool looking. I really, really do like these guns. I think it's really cool. And obviously the second one is the exact same. There's no differences in it whatsoever. So anyway, very, very nice transformation on this guy. I really, really like this guy's transformation. It's really unique. To start off, you want to go ahead and flip this piece up like so. Then flip these panels out to the side. Then what you want to do is you want to go up front. You want to split it down the middle. Get these pieces off to the side like so. Then what you want to do is you want to go down here and you want to flip these down like so. This will form his waist and abdomen area. Then what you want to do is you want to take this giant Autobot symbol piece right here. You want to flip it back and then tab it in. Then you want to flip this piece forward for now. We'll get back to that in a little bit. Then what you want to do is you want to take this piece You want to bend it all the way forward. And then you want to, this is really, really neat. I really, really like the way that they did his head transformation, because what you want to do is you want to flip this piece forward a little bit. Then you want to rotate it around to reveal his head. And I just think that's wicked, wicked awesome. I thought that was a really, really neat little transformation bit that they added. I thought that was really, really cool. But anyway, then you want to get out his head. And his head is supposed to spring forward, but on my copy it doesn't really spring forward. But luckily, you can, if you work with it, get his head to pop forward enough so that you can push it forward. It's being a little bit more difficult than it usually is. Let me use this mini screwdriver to try and pop it out. There we go. But very, very cool. Very, very nice paint apps on his face. I really, really do like his head sculpt. It's very accurate to the Sideswipe animation model, or a CGI model rather. He does also have some very nice light piping, which is really, really neat. You can't see, he does have some very, very nice deep blue light piping, which I think is really, really neat. But anyway, then what you want to do is you want to get this totally straight. Then you want to rotate this piece down, flip this piece up, then get the arms out of the way. Then you want to get it to collapse onto his chest, and then you want to there's a tab right here. There's a slot right here, and you want to get that to tab in onto the waist to lock his upper body in place, which again is a really, really neat little transformation bit on this guy. Like I said, I really do like this guy's transformation. But anyway, then you want to bend his knees forward one bend and then back one bend. And then you want to rotate his feet around, or his foot around rather. Then you want to flip up these heel pieces like so. Do the same on this side. Flip the foot around. Flip up these heel pieces. Bend it forward once and bend it backward once. And then get him to stand. And then with his arms, what you want to do is you want to rotate this piece off to the side, flip up his wrist like so, then rotate these pieces up like so to make his shoulders a little bit more proportional to his body. Do the same on this side. Rotate this around, flip up the hand, rotate this forward, rotate that up and to make it a little bit more proportional. And then with this backpack, you can flip this foot down and then flip that down all the way. With his backpack pieces, you can pretty much do whatever you want with them. I personally like to have them stick straight up, and I think that looks pretty cool. You can, if you want, actually, if you really don't like them, just go ahead and pop them right off. They are on ball joints, so they are pretty easy to pop off. But you can do pretty much whatever you want with them. You can have them out to the side. You can have them folding straight down, but I usually like to flip them up like this. I think it looks coolest, but again, it is all up to personal preference, and they are on ball joints, so you can do pretty much whatever you want with them. And there you have Sideswipe in robot mode, and really, really cool. A different aesthetic than any other Sideswipe figure that we've gotten, but still a really, really neat looking little Sideswipe figure. I think he's really, really neat. Posability on him is pretty good. He does have a ball jointed head that is free, very, very free. A lot more emotive than the other two Sideswipe figures that we got out of the Revenge of the Fallen line and the Dark of the Moon line. He does have ball jointed shoulders, which is nice. He also does have this very nice hinge joint right here, so you can position his shoulders downward and upward, which is really nice and really helpful for when you're posing with the guns. He does rotate at the upper bicep. He bends at the elbow. He also does have a wrist joint that goes up and down. I wish that it could go in and out, but oh, what are you going to do? He does have ball jointed hips. He does sadly have these rubber piston joints, much like on my Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe figure, and I'm a little worried because on my Revenge of the Fallen Sideswipe, these all ended up breaking, so I'm a little bit afraid that these will end up breaking as well, which won't be the end of the world, but still, I would like it if they didn't break. Hopefully they won't, but we'll have to see. But anyway, like I was saying, it does have ball jointed hips. He does also have a bit of an upper thigh swivel that is limited by these pieces. He does have the two knee joints just due to transformation that I showed off. But you really can't use those because otherwise he just doesn't stand very well. But he does rotate at the foot right here. These pieces can actually be posed in pretty much any way you want. You can actually also, if you want, flip back the forward toe pieces and just have him standing on his wheels a lot like he does in the film, which I think is really, really cool. But that's all up to personal preference. first time I've ever untabbed that, actually. But anyway, it's all up to personal preference how you want to do his feet. I'll go ahead and do it like this, since this is the way I usually display him anyway. But anyway, now with the guns, what you want to do, there is a very specific way to put him in, since he does have very uniquely sculpted hands. What you want to do is you want to take the gun, you want to put it into the side, and then rotate it around, and this little piece on the inside of his hand will grip onto it. He will hold the gun very, very securely, which is nice. And like I said, it pretty much is required to have these pieces folded out, because if you have them folded in, it makes it really, really difficult for him to hold the guns. But once you get the guns in, you can get a lot of really, really cool poses with them, which I thought was really, really neat. You can get them in all sorts of gunslinging poses, which is really, really neat. So overall, a really, really cool little figure. I really, really like it. For some quick size comparisons, first off, here he is for a standard size comparison next to Bumblebee. He's actually a little bit taller than the standard Deluxe, which is different from any other Sideswipe figure. All the other Sideswipe figures have been a little bit shorter than the average Deluxe, but he's actually a little bit taller, which I thought was cool. And just for fun, here he is next to the other three Sideswipe, or other two, what am I thinking? Other two Sideswipe figures that we've got, minus the Human Alliance Sideswipe, since I don't have the Human Alliance Sideswipe. But anyway, so there you go. Group shot of them. They all look really, really cool. And personally, I have to say, out of all the Sideswipe figures that we've gotten so far, I think the Sidearm Sideswipe mold is my personal favorite. These two are both really cool. I definitely highly recommend them. But overall, I think that this particular mold of Sideswipe is probably the nicest. He doesn't have the blades, which is a bit of a shame, but oh well. I think it's totally worth it just for the really nice posability and really nice overall mold design. Very, very cool. I don't own the original mold. I do plan to pick it up. I'll probably review it when I do, but we'll have to see. But anyway, so there you go. Like I said, highly, highly recommend this guy. This is one of the few Dark of the Moon figures I can just flat out recommend, because this guy is just absolutely awesome, and I definitely recommend him. So there you go, my look at Transformers Dark of the Moon Walmart exclusive G2 Colors Sideswipe. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe.